All right, we survived Pokemon Day. Yay! Okay, you guys, I'm here. I'm set up for Taylor Swift Day. Hello, everyone. My name's Katie, and I teach 3rd grade in the state of Florida, and you guys are here for a week in my life. This week in my life vlog is going to be a fun one because I'm doing 2 transformations in my room this week. Am I crazy? Maybe. We did 2 field trips 2 weeks ago, so 2 transformations in 1 week. I could do that, right? Maybe, we'll see. But my vlog this week is going to focus mostly on those 2 transformation days. We are in the week before state testing, and so the theme of both of the days is just to kind of use some of the skills we've learned throughout the year and to review. So I'm just doing like state testing review, but in a fun way. So the first day that's coming up is Pokemon Day. All right, I'm grabbing my drawer with all my goodies for Pokemon Day. I'm gonna try to walk you through it. I have about an hour and a half until I need to get out of here and get home because I'm having people over tonight for dinner from church, like we're doing a small group dinner, and I gotta cook things and it's at my house. So I have until 4:30 to get all of my Pokemon things set up and take you guys along with me so I'm ready for Pokemon Day tomorrow. So this transformation day was inspired by Maylene Call because she has a Pokemon measurement activity that I used last year with my class, and I will be using it again this year. I just modify it to make it 3rd grade version. I cannot share the one that I use because it's her product and I just like modified it, but her product is free. She has tons of great free resources. If you will follow her on Instagram, she has like a resource drive, free resources for you, and you can find the Pokemon measurement activity. But last year I just did the measurement activity, and this year I'm changing it to be an entire day of Pokemon things. So walking you through the day of what we're gonna do, when they come in the morning, I'm gonna have the table set up with Pokemon things. There's gonna be bookmarks that they can choose from to decorate. I have a Pokemon mystery picture with multiplication facts that they can choose, or just a coloring page because it's a theme day, and so those are like their morning work activities. So I'm going to set those out on this back table. I have a whole slide presentation that I'll show you a little bit later. I'm so excited. It looks so cute and it's so themed. That I'm going to use to like walk them through the day, but it'll be our normal morning slide. That's their morning work. After that, we'll kind of introduce the day. I'll lay the ground rules because on a transformation day, we probably need some ground rules like walking feet and when the bell rings, that's serious, like get quiet now type of thing. And then we're gonna do the measurement activity. So for the measurement activity, I'm gonna have Pokemon set up across the room, and I'm doing that today. I'm setting that part up this afternoon. All in their different types. So I'll have a poison type area, a fire type area, wind and or flying type area, water type area, and then I have a normal type area, and all of them will get one of these fun little Pokédexes, and they'll get to glue in some Pokemon here and then measure them to the nearest 1/2 inch using their ruler that we just got today because we did our measurement lesson. And then I'll have they'll have to hold another ruler that has centimeters because the one that we just got from our lessons only has inches. So I'll give them those, and they get to glue in 4 Pokemon in here and go around and find them and measure them. And then when they're done, they can just do some extra measurements in the back. After we've measured them, we're gonna do like a line plot with their measurements. And I gave them the nice ruler, and so they'll just find like what it was closest to and do a line plot there. And so that is math. So now that I've talked you through like what we're doing for math, I think I'm gonna go ahead and set up that math stuff, and then I'll check back in with you guys for reading and like share what I'm doing for reading. I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom, get a bubbly, and turn on some tunes so that I'm ready to go and I can like really focus on getting this stuff set up. So let's get like set up till math, and then we'll check back in, and hopefully I can show you my slides and like take you through reading. All right, so all of my Pokemon stuff I have in like a container that's in my storage closet. I just put it in this right here, this bucket last year. This is not it, that's just extra stuff that I need to find a home for. But here's all of my Pokemon things in these Ziploc bags right here. It's not the neatest way to organize it, but I did organize them by type. So I had my bag with my flying Pokemon. I had the bag with all the Pokédex cards in it. My normal Pokemon, yes, I know Pikachu's not normal, but that's just the category he's falling in for this one. The poison Pokemon, the water Pokemon, the fire, and the grass type. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those out and start to get the room set up. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is Pokemon Day. I'm wearing my shirt. I'll show you my outfit up closer when I get to school. I'm getting a couple of things ready to go here at home before I get ready to go to school. I'm eating breakfast. It's like 6:30 in the morning and I have the world's worst headache right now. So annoying, but oh, I just dripped oatmeal on my pants. Okay, well, fix that problem. So I left yesterday without showing you the rest of what I was planning to do. And so when I get back to school today, I'm gonna finish my setup and then I will show you everything that I still need to do. The reason that I left in such a hurry though, was because I went to, where did I go? I went to the Dollar Tree to buy tablecloths because I'm going to put a tablecloth around my table and over all of the student desks. So that's why I left in such a hurry. So I'm just printing off a couple of things that I need that I didn't have printed in color. It doesn't really matter if these things are printed in color per se, but I kind of want them to be. So here we go. Just the little Pokemon indexes. Some of them I did not have printed in color, and my normal Pokemon index, which I know is not actually technically all just normal Pokemon, but they're like the basic ones, did not have Meowth in it. And so I needed to add that one in there. So things that I need to do this morning is I'm printing this so I can finish this normal Pokemon index and get some of those other ones in color. I need to pack my fan, my tower fan for my hallway Pokemon because I need, I'm gonna put that out there with the flying Pokemon so like the wind feels like it's blowing. And then I've got to get to school and set those things up. And then I can hopefully walk you through what the day is going to look like. I have a feeling I'm gonna be a little bit all over the place and a little bit stressed, but it's totally fine, right? Totally fine. Okay, I got that. Sorry y'all, I'm just sitting here working on stuff while I eat breakfast. This is not very like me. I need to leave the house so I can go finish setting up. So I'm gonna go print these things, finish my breakfast, make my coffee, and then we get on my merry way. Woo. I tried really hard to have everything ready ahead of time, and I really felt like I did. But the day just got away from me yesterday. All right, here we go. All right, I'm here at school. My back counter just about represents my brain. I don't like it when there's a bunch of stuff on my back counter, but that's where my brain is right now. So I'm gonna set up these tablecloths on each of their table groups and set one up on my big table, and then I will tour you around the room because once that's done, I think like most of my setup will be finished. All right, we're all set up. I'm gonna tour you around the room and then walk you through the slides. Here's a big pan of the room. I think the tablecloths really like add an extra element. And on each tablecloth, I have stickers, Pokemon stickers. So those are fun. They're just going across every little table. I've got these fun Pokemon lanterns hanging up here, linked to my Amazon storefront. I added those this year. Now I'm gonna walk you through, like over here, they have their morning work. These are the cards they're gonna need for the measurement activity. I'll just make sure they don't touch those. I've got our snack bowls already made because I got these bowls from the Dollar Tree at Christmas time. So we have graham crackers and Pokemon gummies. And I just left the boxes out there because they're so cute. So that's kind of what the room looks like. Now I have all my Pokemon stations for measuring. Here's the normal Pokemon. That's what I had to print this morning in color because I didn't have it in color and it was missing Meowth. So there we go. Here's the fire station. I even brought my heater from home, so I'll turn that on when they start to measure and they can come over here and measure the fire Pokemon. Over here we have the water Pokemon, and I have a spray bottle that I'll fill with water, and as they're measuring the water Pokemon, I just kind of go around and spray them while they're working. So that's there, and I think that's hilarious. Over here we have our poison Pokemon with gloves and goggles for each student. So I'm gonna have like 3 students back here at a time. There's only 3 Pokemon anyways, so I'll just give them that rule when we get set up, but there's that. And then in the hallway, moving this way, I have 2 stations set up out here. I just have the grass Pokemon, nothing really special about them except they're sitting in grass, fake grass. And then over here I have the flying Pokemon. They're all hanging from like push pins up there. I hope they hold. And they'll kind of go back and forth to make it look like they're flying. And I also brought my fan so I can turn that on, and I'll probably turn it on like as high as it'll go, and it may not be like super effective. Yeah, it blows the Pokemon. Oh yeah, it does what it needs to do. But I might just want to freeze it so it's not oscillating and keep it pointing like towards the Pokemon so they're flying. There you go. Okay, so that's the room set up. Now what I'm gonna try to show you is I gotta log into my board because I'm not logged in yet, but I'm gonna log in and try to show you my slides. I'm so proud of my slides. I worked really hard on them to try to make like my slides run us through the entire day. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so I can show those to you. All right. So here is what my slide looks like. They've got the date. Oh, I actually don't have the date. I need to add that. All right, so now we've got the date. Tuesday, April 30th, we've got the homework, which is just read 20 minutes. I have their morning routine. That's what I have up on the slide on a normal day, so they can still make sure all of their stuff is out and ready to go. And then I have some slides. Our first activity after we do our morning meeting and our news will be Pokemon, measure them all. These are from Maylene. I found this online, like this free template that made it look like the video game. So this kind of outlines, hey, I need hardworking, reliable students who are up for a challenge, who can help me measure in units and results that are accurate. Record. It's kind of like goes through all the directions of the activity, blah, blah, blah. And then we have their tools. So I'm going to show them their Pokédex that they get. They get a pencil. They're going to use their ruler, and they're going to have to use one of my rulers that has centimeters. So they'll have 2 rulers they're walking around with. Or I'll just have them put them, well, no, yeah, they'll have to walk around with both. So their task, pick out 4 Pokemon from the table to glue into your Pokédex. Find the Pokemon around the room and measure them to the nearest ½ inch and in centimeters. Record both measurements in the Pokédex and then measure any extras when they're finished. Then tips, make sure you keep your ruler straight, measure from the bottom to the top, line up the 0, double check your measurements, take your time and have fun. So we'll practice with the Squirtle. We'll kind of look and see what ½ inch he's closest to. Then we'll look and see what centimeter he's closest to. We'll do the same thing with, is this an Eevee, I think? Forgive me if I'm wrong. And then I have the music in my slide. So it'll play the Pokemon theme song for like an hour continuously. Afterwards, we'll come back together after they measure. We'll do a jump battle brain break. And then we'll do our Poke plot. So I'll pass out the line plot and we'll practice doing the line plot with all of their measurements for their Pokemon. And then we'll do it on the back with centimeters as well. And then we'll have specials. And when we come back from specials, we'll have our snack break. Then we'll do reading. So this is the same where it's talking about informational texts about Pokemon and doing Pokemon research. So I have 2 different informational texts. Looks like I have a brain break in there. I don't know why that's on that slide. I might have to figure that out. I think it's supposed to be after this one. So the first one is a biography about the man who created Pokemon, which is perfect because we've studied biographies. So they'll just go through, read the text twice with partners and groups, and then do the activities that are on the back, the comprehension activities. I have Pokemon Lo-Fi that I can play while they're working. There we go. There's the freeze dance. Brain break after that one. And then we'll do one more informational text that they'll read through. I don't know what I'm going to have them do. If they finish early, I think I'll have them go back and work on their morning work. So they'll work on this one, which is a compare and contrast. It's comparing one of the Pokemon to a real life animal. So that's pretty cool, to the bug it's based off of. There's the lo-fi music. Then we'll probably be at lunchtime or computer time. And I'm going to give them their computer time because that's a lot of me up there teaching and doing things that are not typical. So having that typical computer time today to work on their Lexia units might be good at that point in the day. And then when we come back after lunch, we'll have recess today. And then when they come in, they'll get to design their own Pokemon. So design your own species of Pokemon based on a real creature here on Earth. Decide what creature your Pokemon will mimic, and then complete the design page. In the description box, be sure to describe how your Pokemon mimics a creature from Earth. And here's our page. Again, Pokemon Lo-Fi. And then that was my alternative poster when I didn't have this cool guy. Oh, that cool guy on there. So that's the end of our slides for the day. And by that point in the day, I'm going to be extremely exhausted and ready to clean up and go home. But I have a training after school today, a reading professional development training. So I'll go do that, and then I'll come back and clean it all up. I also have Pokemon cards. Last year when I did this, David went and bought a pack just for funsies because he used to do Pokemon when he was little. And so he was like, I want to buy a pack and like show them to you. So I was like, okay, cool. So we bought a pack, and then we did that again this year. We bought a pack before my Pokemon day. And so we have a lot of like cards that aren't worth, like the character cards that aren't worth very much. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to let each of them pick one from the deck as they leave. So that'll be kind of fun. They're just kind of like random Pokemon characters. We did get a card that was worth $80 in that pack though. Pretty cool. So I think he's going to look at selling it. He's got it in like the protective sleeve. He's like, no, you can't take that one to school. I was like, okay. He was kind of nerding out with one of my friends this weekend about Pokemon. I don't get it because I didn't do it growing up, but it's totally fine. So that's what my day is going to look like. And it's going to be madness, but it's going to be so much fun. And I told them yesterday before they left, I don't know if I told you this or not, to wear like a Pokemon shirt if they have one. And some of them were like, I'm so excited to come to school tomorrow. Like, you should be excited to come to school tomorrow. So that's what my day is going to look like. I'm going to go from current slide, fingers crossed everything goes off without a hitch, but I think my room looks fantastic and it looks super ready, and it was way less prep this year. I did a lot of the slide prepping like a couple weeks ago, and then I had all of the Pokemon printed, laminated, and those things. Like I even saved the paper from last year in each of my bags. So that was way less prep. And I did the copies like 2 weeks ago. I've been working on this like little by little for the past, I don't know how long, which is good because it made it a little bit less stressful, for sure. And I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to save these tablecloths and keep it in my Pokemon basket if they don't completely destroy them. And if they completely destroy them, I just won't save them because they're just from the Dollar Tree. But welcome to Pokemon Day. Okay, I got to show you my shirt. All right, here's my Pokemon outfit. Oh, I've got to fill my spray bottle too. I just remembered. It's from Old Navy. How cute is that, right? It was colorful, bright. David said these are some of the classics. So I was like, okay, cool. And I'm wearing it with Old Navy high-waisted jeans and my Nike high tops. Second day hair that's curled. So this is my Pokemon outfit of the day. And now I've got to walk around and take some content filmed vertically because I want to like post this in a reel on my Instagram. But it's so hard to create content for YouTube and Instagram on the same day. So I'm going to go around and try to get vertical videos of everything. And then I'm going to sit and like for a little bit before the day starts. The aftermath. All right, we survived Pokemon Day. Yay! Let me turn off these disco lights. I've had them going on like red and blue. I don't know if you can see them flashing all day. So it kind of feels good to have that turned off. I took a little clip of the aftermath as we came in. Some of the tablecloths made it through the day. Some of them did not. They drove me insane being on the tables all day, but it just makes it extra fun for them. So it was still worth it, but the sliding and the tearing it, I was like, oh gosh, gonna drive me crazy. But they had so much fun. Everything that I had planned went pretty smooth. The measuring activity went way better than last year. I don't know why. Actually, maybe I introduced it better, taught measurement better. I don't know, but it went way smoother. It was so much fun. They loved getting sprayed with the water and having to put on all the gear for the poison Pokemon. And then our reading activity, I didn't do Pokemon reading last year, so it was kind of fun to do it this year. And I had 2 passages pulled. I don't know if I showed those to you this morning. I think I did on the slides. And we only got to 1 because there were a lot of like practice problems with that one. So we did the first Pokemon, the biography about the creator of Pokemon, and I let them work with their partners, and I feel like it went well. And then we went over the answers at the end. I am going to grade it and take it for a grade because I was like, yeah, this is for a grade. But it had great skills in it. It was comprehension, sentence writing, multiple choice questions, and then cause and effect, which, hello, is what we've been doing. So that was really exciting. We didn't have time to do the second text, but I read it to them when we came back in because the second one compared the Orchid Mantis to the Lurantis Pokemon. And so I just read it to them to give them an example of how a Pokemon can mimic a real animal, because then for our science, I did give them the like design your own Pokemon thing to do. And I let them do their little designs, and they had to have it like mimic a real animal. And so I felt like that was good that I at least read it to them and showed them how they go together so that they could design their own. If I did it differently next year, then maybe we would have walked through the whole biography passage, like pack it together so I could really model how to answer those questions and do the multiple choice together and the cause and effect together to really give them an example, and then maybe let them do the Mantis and Lurantis with partners. Just depends on how much time I have in my block of time. But I think this filled the time quite nicely and was actually perfect. They enjoyed the snack. And I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but I did send out a Sign Up Genius. So all of my parents really like donated a lot of things to make this day possible. So the Pokemon snacks were parent donated, the graham crackers and the fruit snacks. These awesome lanterns were parent donated. The stickers that I had out on their table so they could take Pokemon stickers were parent donated, which was so wonderful. So I'm so thankful for having such supportive parents. They are all linked on my Amazon storefront. So if you're looking for those or you want to make a wish list, you can put those on there. The good news is I can save these lanterns and use them again next year. Stickers, I still have a bunch because it comes in like a big pack. So I can use some of them again next year, put some of them in my sticker store. And then the snacks, obviously you can't reuse, but it was so fun to have Pokemon themed snacks. So I'm worn out. I have a training that I've got to go to at 3:15, and today's the last day of April, so I need to get my calendar updated for May. Oh my gosh, how's it already May? And then like take down these lanterns, throw away the tablecloths, just get everything kind of set back up for tomorrow. But there's Pokemon Day. That's a wrap. So the next day that I have as a theme day is Friday. We're doing Taylor Swift Day. So today my boys were all into it, and I had girls who were into it too, who really like Pokemon. Friday is going to be for my Swiftie ladies for sure. But they enjoyed Pokemon Day even though they had never played before. I think they thought the Pokemon were cute and that the activities were fun. So you could definitely do this even if they aren't like Pokemon experts. I learned so much about Pokemon every time. And I'm going to have the theme song stuck in my head all day because it looped for like an hour in my classroom today. Oh, and I had Pokemon cards and I gave them to them because I told you David bought a pack. So I pulled all the ones that he was like, yeah, you can take these that aren't worth a lot. Did I say this earlier today? I don't remember, but I gave them all one as they left. But before they took it off the deck, I like fanned them out and we'd go, who's that? Pokemon! And then they had to draw a Pokemon card and then they walked out to line up for dismissal. So when I went out, they were all like looking at the cards and so excited, which it's fun. I mean, it was just something simple for them that makes a huge difference. So I really do feel like we practice valuable skills in our transformation, and now I'm going to clean it all up. Happy Thursday, everyone. I was here late yesterday. There's a school play at 6, and so I was just kind of hanging around doing some things. And I started by putting together the Smarties that I need for tomorrow, and that's as far as I got. So it is Thursday afternoon now. Tomorrow is Taylor Swift / music day. I told the kids before they left, said, hint, hint, you might want to wear a shirt from your favorite musician. And then I told all my Swifties as they left, I was like, and friendship bracelets, hint, hint. So we'll see. I'm going to send out an email and just say like, hey, Taylor Swift shirts are welcome. Favorite band, favorite singer shirts are welcome. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to set up things in my room. I need to hang the Taylor Swift strategy posters somewhere. I've got to find a spot for those. I've got a lot of inflatable microphones to blow up because I'm going to put those like in a bucket at their table. I've got sunglasses to distribute. Oh, I got to put their chairs down because I got to put tablecloths out. So there's a lot to do, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with like the setup and the prep. And hopefully before I leave today, I'm going to be here late. So I'm hoping I can walk you through all things Taylor Swift today. That way tomorrow I can, it's not going to be as pertinent that I update you. I'll have a little bit more time to actually, execute Taylor Swift Day and make it happen. So here we go. I think I'm going to start by putting chairs down and maybe finding a spot for the posters and getting the tablecloths ready. And then we'll do the other details later. That's what I'm gonna do.
Terrible things started happening when you walked away. So that's why I stay right here. When all of my dreams seem so out of reach, you're crystal clear. You don't disappear, baby. No. So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhollow me? And why would I try to hide the truth? It's getting a little bit out of control. The way you look so good without trying it out. And this addiction isn't good for my health, but I don't wanna spend another night by myself. Cause I know that I would be dumb to let you go. So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhollow me? Why would I try to hide the truth?
Okay, you guys, I'm here. I'm set up for Taylor Swift Day or Pop Star Day, testing era day. This is what the room looks like. I'm gonna go around and try to get some clips of like everything and what it looks like around the room, and then I'll take you through the slides. I didn't end up getting to do that yesterday because it took me longer than I anticipated to set everything up, but I'll kind of like give you a rundown like I did for Pokemon Day of everything that's in here and then give you a rundown of the slides. All right, first up in the hallway, I have these lovely streamers today outside of my classroom, and then my Eras Tour poster that I made with a fox because we are red foxes at our school. So let's come in and see everything. So I have each table set up with a bucket in the middle. In the bucket are just blow up microphones for brain breaks. I might have them pick up a microphone and share an answer with me. I also have star sunglasses. Again, parents came through and really donated a lot of stuff to make this day possible, so I'm very grateful for that. I have star-shaped sunglasses on everybody's desk, which really, really changed the color of everything you're looking at. And then I have Taylor Swift stickers at each desk as well. Over here we have our morning work pages of a word search and 2 coloring sheets, and then our snack for later today is going to be Dunkaroos. I thought that was kind of festive because it's like got the sprinkles or whatnot in there. And then we've got this for the end of the day. I'm going to give them the Smarties for your in your Smarty Pants era. Here's another pan so you can see all the buckets, the stickers, the glasses. All right, and then back here I have all the stuff we're gonna need for our friendship bracelet making. We're just doing it on pipe cleaners because everybody who voted online said just do pipe cleaners. I'm not trying to make this overcomplicated. If they want to put it on string later, they can. But I have 3 trays of beads to go, or 4 to go on each table. And then they're going to pick out their word or their phrase that they want on their bracelet. And then I can help them pick out the letter beads. I'll have like a letter bead station, maybe call them a table at a time to come and pick out the beads that they need to spell their phrase while everybody else is working on the colors. Up on the front board, I've got our morning slide right now. And I'm gonna turn on some Taylor Swift instrumental for when they come in. And then these are all of the strategy posters that I got on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll link the product down below. Testing strategies that just go with some of her song titles. And we're gonna be going over those different testing strategies today as a class. All right, I'm gonna set this camera up on a tripod, which I left way over here. And I'm gonna walk you through like what we're doing on our slides. Now, a lot of the slide product came from the Teachers Pay Teachers with the Taylor Swift testing strategies. I can really talk this morning. So I've linked it and I just kind of tweaked it to make it my own. All right, so here are our Taylor Swift slides. First one is their morning work slide. It's pretty easy peasy, lemon squeezy, pretty normal. Second one is a video that I made of just like class photos with the Eras Tour background theme. It should start in just a second. There you go. So I can't show it to you because it's got student photos, but I made a video and it's like got the music from the intro to the Eras Tour and it's got a lot of pictures of my class, which is so cute. Welcome to the Testing Eras Tour. Today, Red Foxes, I cannot talk today. Today, Red Foxes, we will be going on a journey that spans 1 whole year of learning to show you how ready you are for the final round of fast testing. And then we've got our strategy. So the first one we have is shake it off. What happens when you hit a roadblock? Well, you shake it off. Then we got the shake it off brain break. I've got a blank space. Make sure you don't have any blank spaces left on your test. Then we're going to work on the math sample test. So they'll work on the hard copy with partners, and this is just from the Florida Department of Education website. They're going to work on the hard copy with partners, and then when we're done, we'll enter it together on the computer, and we'll practice because there's like a sample that they can go in and enter the questions. And then I just have lo-fi down here for while they're working. Then we're going to talk about, you know this all too well. This is our reading strategies, how we can read. This is after we come back from specials. We have snack, and then we'll do this. So read each passage from the top to the bottom, reread important things, all of that jazz. Come back, stay here. So everyone's mind wanders when we read a passage or question and think, wait, what was that about? That's okay. Just go back, reread, stay focused, and try again. Then we have our language arts sample test. Again, they're going to do the sample test with a partner, just practicing, bubbling in their answers on their paper. And then afterwards, we're going to enter it together on the computer. Again, I just have lo-fi. That was a little louder. I wish you would. Just know that you need to be the best version of yourself. You're ready. Try hard. Try your best. Work hard. You need to calm down. So if you're feeling nervous before a big test, here are the strategies to help us calm down. We're going to practice all those strategies. And then we're going to make friendship bracelets, make the testing bracelets. And we're going to use a word that can encourage us during testing, like believe, or strong, brave, or breathe, or calm, smart, ready, all of those things that they can say to themselves to remind themselves that they are ready for the test. And so that's when I'll brainstorm the words right here. I left this big space so I could like write on it. And then they can listen to lo-fi, Eras Tour, while they're making bracelets. And then at the very end, it's, are you ready for it? Yes, you are. This will be the end of the day. Remember to get a good night's sleep, eat a healthy breakfast, review test-taking strategies, all of that. Can I ask you a question? Do you have any questions for me? And we might have time for questions. We might not. I might go over this Monday, like the night before the test. And then I just have my plans that I made on here. So that is the end of the slides. So again, like I said, I did a lot of tweaking. I'm going to start pulling some things up because I want to get the online test up. I did a lot of tweaking to this when I was working on it. So I took like the strategy posters from that product and I turned in their slides, and then I beefed it up to be what I wanted to do for the day so my slides could just direct my whole day. I think it's gonna be really, really fun. I think it's gonna be a little chaotic, but it is a Friday. Oh, they have a lightsaber up because tomorrow's May the 4th, on our little sign-in thing. think I need class link. I think I need something else. So I think it's going to be a really fun way to like review all the fast things and do the practice test that's not going to make it boring. Somebody came in yesterday and they're like, what are you working on? And I was like, we're literally going to do the fast practice things. But we just have Taylor Swift stuff around the room. So we're just going to make it fun and themed so it's not like incredibly boring and not fun. So yeah, I'm going to get the like sample test pulled up on the board because I need to do that. So it'll be ready to go. And then I'm also going to pull it up over here because my goal is to use Go Guardian so I can just cast the link to their Chromebooks when we're ready to enter it. So it'll be nice and quick and easy to go in and practice entering our answers together and kind of going over them. I'm a little tired and I need to sharpen pencils because I didn't have any pencils sharpened yesterday. I don't love my pencil routine this year. It's okay. Last year my kids stayed in here for dismissal, and so there were a couple of them that liked to sharpen the pencils and would sharpen them for me every afternoon. This year we don't stay in our classrooms for dismissal, so it's a little bit different. So I end up sharpening the pencils, which is totally fine. It's because I just don't want the kids to use the sharpener. I think next year maybe I'll have like sharpener hours, kind of like quiet hours, and there will be hours of the day where they can use the sharpener in the morning, and then I'll put it away. That way it's not distracting. But they also just put a bunch in the dull bucket because, well, this one does have an eraser, but it's actually dull. But there's always some in here that are actually sharp, and they're just in here because they don't have an eraser, and they come and pick ones that have erasers. So there's that. All right, I'm going to sharpen these and then turn on my instrumental, get all my fast stuff pulled up on the board, be ready for the day. Also, my outfit. I'm wearing my Taylor Swift teacher tee. A lot to teach at the moment. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be a great day.